Hi best buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. Today we're going to make another piece of Christmas ephemera, but you do not need to have Christmas papers to make this. You can make this out of all kinds of prints and colors. We're going to be using a 6x6 paper pad. So I have my first one here, so I have already torn it out. And this is single-sided. So this is the paper pad that I purchased. Now, the second one is a paper pad that is colored on both sides. So both sides have print on them. Now, what I'd like to do is take the one that is single-sided and I'm going to cut it. And I'm going to cut my single-sided paper pad and I'm going to make it, now let me see, I wrote it down but then I think I wrote something different, 2.5. That's what I want. I want 2.5 here, and then we're going to do 2.5. I'm going to turn it this way and do 2.5 because you're going to have a little bit left over, and that's a nice little piece right there that we can save for another project. So popping it into my little guillotine here, and I'm just going to chop it here, and then I'm going to push it on through and chop it right there. Alrighty, so now we have our two pieces. So you can make two of these. Oh, I didn't even tell you what we're making, what the name of. I've called them tag flip books with a holder. That's what I've called these. So I didn't even show you what they were. So you take them out like this. So you could glue this onto a page if you wanted, or you could pop the whole thing into a pocket or a belly band. You decorate the front of your tag because it's in a tag shape, and then you can use your scraps to put your papers in right here. So it's very useful to journal on, like that. And now we can just pop it right back in. So if it's glued onto your page, it's easily taken in and out. And then this one looks like this, and it has its papers inside too. All right, so I should have done that in the beginning. I'm sorry, I didn't do that. So now we're back to our little pieces, our tags. So it looks like one's bigger than the other to me. Is it an illusion? No, it's really not. I don't know how that happened. I didn't do a very good job of either cutting or measuring. Okay, well, we're going to make them both the same size because I have this little tag punch. I've had it for quite some time. Now you could just cut it like this and cut the corners off to make it a tag shape if you don't happen to have a tag punch. But I'm going to pop this in and I'm going to press, and it's going to make a cute little tag shape. Then I'm going to turn around. I'm going to do this end as well. So just popping it in there and cutting that just like that. Now, like I said, you could make two of these, so we might as well do that since we have already got it cut. All right, so I've got two, and this is the holder part. That's the part that's going to hold our tags. So what we want to do is we want to fold this over, and I'm going to fold this over. Let's see here if I can explain. About, I'm looking at this point that my little punch made right here, and I'm doing 1/4 of an inch. But if we take it from here to here, that's about 1.5 inches roughly. So if you don't have a punch and you need to know how much to fold it, then I think you'll be able to fold it that way. Then I'm going to get this folded like this. Or you could simply fold it so they come together like that. And let's do this one. So giving it a little crease. like this. And then turning it. And let's do another little fold right here. Okay. Alrighty, that's our holder. Now let's work on our tags. So our tags are going to be approximately 5.5 by 2 3/4. So let's see, 2 3/4 is about right here. I'm just lining it up like this, and then 1, 2 3/4. We're just going to have to take like 1/4 of it off right here. Now I'm going to bring in my guillotine again, and I'm going to cut that. So let's trim that off like this, and then if I can find it here, I think, oh goodness, I think it's right here. Oh, maybe I'll be even, but it's not. Of course it's not even. We're going to make it even. There we go. And then let's measure that. Yeah, that's about right. And then we need to have it be 5 inches, 5.5 inches. So there's 5 and here's a half right here. So I'm going to chop this off. 5.5. And then I'll use this one to measure, so they're both the same. 5.5. Cut this. Now these little pieces, not this piece, this is way too small, but these two pieces we might be able to use. Definitely we'll be able to use this piece. Now this is going to be my tag, and I'm going to cut the corners off. So I'm going to put them both together, and I'm just going to snip the corner off just a little bit and use this little piece for a template to cut my other side off like that. Now let's go ahead and let's bring in our scrap papers. Now I've already kind of bundled up some scrap papers here, and you can do, how many pages did I do in this one? I'm not sure, I didn't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 here in this one. And then in this one, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6. That's pretty amazing because I did not count my pages. All right. So 6, let's just do 6 because that works out very well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and I'm just going to tap them down like this, and I'm going to pop this tag right on the top, and then I'm going to get my little stapler. You know how I've been liking this little stapler. And I'm going to put 2 staples in here. Then, now that it's stapled, it's going to be holding it nice and firmly so I can trim my paper off. So it's very simple doing it this way. You don't have to cut each individual page to fit. We'll just staple it together and then trim it. Wonderful. Now let's do our next one. So where did I do with it? Here it is. No? Yes, here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that'll work. Let me move this out of the way. We do not need this anymore. Put it back in my scrap bin, and I'm just going to tap it down on the side and on the top, and then I'm going to get my little stapler. It's a little tiny mini Tim Holtz stapler. I can't believe I'm out of staples already. If you ever buy one of these, you guys, you have got to get yourself a refill pack, because there are just not that many staples that it comes with, and then you just will go through them pretty quickly So if you do buy a Tim Holtz stapler, you need to make sure you get refills because you're going to need them. And it's a little bit like standing on your head putting this in here, but you can do it. Let's see, there we go. Now that goes like that, and then it goes like that. Okay. Well, I think we got some jammed up here. Let me get that pulled out just a second. Yeah, I think I've got that working well now. Yeah, there we go. Now let's see here. Let's tap it down again. Tap it down here. Okay, and now let's do staple and a staple. Now we're going to trim. I just find it easier to do it this way than to try to trim the 6 pages and then put them back together. I just think it's easier to do it this way. So this is how I'm doing it. There we go. All right, looks great. Now the next thing that I want to do is, I'm going to cover up those staples. And this little piece of leftover is absolutely perfect for that. And I'm actually going to cut it in half. I'm going to pop it into my guillotine. I don't even know how wide this is. It's about 1 inch. So if I cut it 1/2 inch, that will be perfect. Popping it in here like this. I think that's about 1/2 inch. There we go. Not quite, but it's okay because we're just using it to cover the staples. And what's really nice is this is the scrap page that we had when we made our holders. So when we pop this in here like this, okay, then this is going to match. And isn't that going to look nice? That's going to look very nice. So to cover that, I'm just going to take my art glitter glue. I'm going to add my glue right there where my staples are. I'm going to take one of my little scrap piece strips here, my little strips that we cut. I'm going to place it right there like that. And then I'm going to get a little paper towel here, daub it. I'm going to trim right here. I'm going to trim right here. I'm going to cover the other side. So adding my glue, I'm just going to add another little piece right here to cover up the staples. It just kind of finishes off your project. The finishing touches. Okay, I've got that on there. Now, I would like to put a little bit of decoration on my tag itself. Now, I've got a basket here, and I've got some more of those clusters that we made in our project. So I think that will be fine. So let's go ahead and glue that one on there. And this one, I need to add my little piece here at the top, so I'm going to do that. So I have my little cluster glued onto this one, and I think this little Christmas tree will be cute on the other little tag. So let's just pop that on there. Now you could, if you wanted to, put some eyelets in these holes, or you could use hole savers, but truly they kind of gonna get covered up. So I'm going to use this green ribbon, and I'm going to thread it through like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a trim so that I can tie my bow right here like this. Oh, I think these are so cute. You could pop them into some Happy Mail too. They're nice and flat. It would go in Happy Mail wonderfully. And then I thought a red one. So we've got, now I turned the tag over on here. So the tag was double-sided, remember? And there's that with that print, and then this is a different print. It's similar, but it is different. Now we've got the same holder, the same print on the holder, and the same color on the top, covering up our little mini staples. So let's see what the red versus the green check ribbon does. It will change its look just a little bit. And you just might have a preference that you like a red one or a green one a little better. Oh my goodness, I think they're both absolutely adorable. And you put them in and out so that they slide easily, so that you can glue the back of it onto your page in your junk journal, and it will be absolutely an adorable piece of ephemera. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.